Hello and welcome to episode 16 of Bayern Munich or Bust. I'm Bud FM, and as always, thanks for coming back. It's the final episode in season 2. Now, end of last season, we had the Pokal final, which we won. End of this season, things ain't gone as good, but we had a Champions League campaign. We got to the first round knockout. I don't think anyone thought we'd get through the group, so I was proud of that. We got knocked out in the Pokal, obviously. Early doors, I was playing a B team though. But then in the league, we've done okay. Now we are actually challenging for either 5th or we could even get 4th. And we've had some games off camera, and we'll go through that. So today though, I'll be honest with you, there's 2 games left in the league. So it might be a double live con. We don't know yet, and you'll find out why very soon. But, you know, it could be a really good end to the season. I can't wait to get going. So let's have a look how we've been doing since you last saw us. We've played 6 games off camera. In the first game, we're at home and we played Nuremberg. I never know which one. Someone tell me please. We beat them 1-0. Mass scored it. Good 3 points. Grinded out the victory, even though we didn't really play that well. Next up was Dortmund, the old rival, and we drew. We've been beating these for fun. But we drew with them, so they still haven't beat us since I've been manager. I've still not been beaten off Borussia Dortmund, which is amazing. And away from home as well, to get a point, Felgenhauer scored. I was really proud of that. Game number 3, and we got spanked at home by Köln. Proper out of the blue this. I was gutted. Abdullahi got our goal. Dampfling got an own goal. Let's forget about this shite. Then we bounced back in game number 4 at home again, and we beat Stuttgart. Good side Stuttgart. We beat them 1-0. Young striker Lazaridis bagged his goal. Rene Ben was shocking in this game. Don't know what happened. Ben's head had gone, but we got the 3 points. We moved on. Game number 5, and what a game this was away from home. It was a thriller, absolute thriller. We beat Leverkusen 3-2. Well chuffed with this. I'll be honest with you, we're well chuffed. Felgenhauer was amazing. He's having a really good end to the season. Really, really good. Ben again was poor. Last game was against Hertha Berlin at our place, and we finally beat him. I've not been able to beat these yet, I don't think. I always get spanked off him, but we beat him. And we beat him properly, 3-0. Rene Ben finally turned up, got an 8.4, scored a goal in the first 2 minutes. Tok scored and Abdullahi scored in the 91st minute. Fantastic result and some really good points we've picked up. So, as you can probably see now, we've got 2 games to play. So, we've got Wolfsburg next. Now, I know we played them not too long ago, not live comments 4-4. Now, if we beat Wolfsburg, I think we're okay. We'll get 4th. We'll get Champions League football. If we don't beat them, it's going to go down to the last game against Werder Bremen. So depending on the first game, depends if we get a second game. Because if we get top 4, I'm not going to bother with the second game. Because we've got loads to get through in this episode, especially being end of the season. So let's see what happens, So here is the Bundesliga, just before we play our first game against Wolfsburg. And as you can see at the minute, we're 4th, which is fantastic. We were 2 points ahead of Wolfsburg. So if we beat them today, we'll be 5 points clear. If we draw, then only 2 points still going into the last game, and if we get beat, they go a point ahead of us. So I mean, anything can happen here. It's nail biting stuff really, going for this 4th spot, especially a club like ours. If I could get 4th, that'd be 4th 2 years running. I think that's fantastic. So let's have a quick look at the past meetings with Wolfsburg, and as you can see, bloody hell, they haven't beat us in the last 4 games, but we've drawn the last 3. So yeah, I'm not holding much hope up. So in case we do need that second game to try and get top 4 at least, let's see how we've been doing against Werder Bremen. Now our record against these is pretty good, so hopefully we're in a good position. If we do maybe draw against maybe Wolfsburg in the first game, if we do have to go into the second game under a lot of pressure, we've got a good chance against these guys. Now going into the end of the season, I thought we'd have a quick look at the team report. Now obviously I can't buy anyone, but the team is getting better and we have got some good points. So again, this is something that if you went through in detail, it'd take ages. So I'll just flash it up in the background. It's up to you to pause if you want, and if you notice anything, let me know. But I think we're doing okay. I mean, our pass completion is one thing that stands out to me, and that we're the second best passers in the league, probably the way we mainly play. I think we're good. I think we're really good. Now, in the build-up to today's first live com, the assistant manager's been talking to the press, and they're going on about us already qualifying for the Europa League, which is good. You know, we have already qualified for that, but I'm all about this Champions League now. When you're this close to it, I want it. I'd be disappointed if we don't get it, and that's saying something. He's very confident. Lads have been superb all season, he's saying, and they deserve to be playing top quality competitions. So, come on, Champions League football. Not just about the money. It's about the lads gaining this kind of Champions League experience. 18, 19 years old, which a lot of them are. Imagine how good they're going to be. Now, we are the holders of this. We won it last year. I love the trophy. I think it's one of the best looking trophies, the Pokal trophy going. It looks like you could just fill it with red wine, like a Roman, don't it, eh? But the final is going to be this year against Dortmund and Leverkusen. Dortmund are doing so well this year. I mean, the year before we started the series, they'd won the double. Last year they were appalling, sacked the manager. And this year they're going for the title, and they're in the cup final as well. Champions League final, Wolfsburg are the holders, remember. Wolfsburg, who we've got to play first today, are actually the champions of the world as well. But this year there's no German teams in the final. Champions League final is going to be against Arsenal. Well, Arsenal versus Paris Saint-Germain. Now, we might have got knocked out in the first round of the Champions League, but my under-19s are still rocking and freaking rolling in their version of the Youth European Cup. And they've been fantastic. They're into the semi-finals. They just beat Real Madrid. Buzzing. I think they've got to play a semi, and then I think they only get something like 2 or 3 days off, and they're in the final straight away. So it's going to be crazy, but I just want them to do really well in this. I set them a target at the start of this year, thinking I wanted them to do well in the league or the cup, and they've done third in the league. They've got knocked out of the cup. They can do well in this. It'd be awesome. And this is a semi-final draw for it, and they're playing Arsenal. So that's going to be tough. I mean, Arsenal, massive club, win the Premier League all the time, in the Champions League final, and then it's Wolfsburg against Dortmund as well. So, wow, German football is proper good, isn't it? So let's get into the first live con. We potentially got a lot to get through, and we're playing Wolfsburg now. I know we've played these recently, and I know we talked about recently about the stadium, the Volkswagen Arena, whatever it's called, like turns green inside and stuff. But in this universe, I don't know if anyone noticed, they don't actually play there anymore. They have their own new stadium. Is it Dzeko Stadium? I think it's named after that guy who played up front for City. That's a guess. So they've actually got a new stadium. But yeah, champions of Europe, champions of the world. They're a tough team, as we know. That live con when it was 4-4 was insane. If we look at the club as a whole, like the history quickly as well, I said this last time we played them, they've not won anything a lot, but they've won one of everything pretty much, so they've got a great history. The youth team's doing well, they've done well. And if we look at the recent form as well, you'll notice that they're in the Europa League final. Now, I've not just looked at that, but they are in the Europa League final, and they're playing Dortmund. So Dortmund are on for a sort of a treble. They could win the Bundesliga, they could win the Pokal, and they could win the Europa League. Quick look at the manager, and again, I think I might have mentioned this when we last played him. He's a young manager. I think he's got a lot of promise. If you look at his stats now, and he's only 44, he's a good coach, a great technical coach. He's got to build up his managerial side, but he's young as a manager, so yeah, I think he's got a bright future. And this is their best player, 25-year-old German, 50 caps, 10 goals, Tim Bonnighausen. He's a good player, really, really good, great physicals, man. Good striker. It's just his finishing, I might have mentioned that again. He's only 13, but yeah, great player. On to the team lineups. Wolfsburg are playing the 4-2-3-1 that everybody plays. We're playing the 2-man up top, Boone to Arrow. So I'm going for it, man. Let's just do it. Let's try and go for it. We've got 4 lists in goal. Essenbauer and Parasot at the back, with Dan Fling in front of them. Paula on the right, Mask on the left. Tok and Kalak in the middle. Felgenhauer, Ben and Abdullahi up front. Good side, man. Hopefully we can get something from this today and just put this to bed and get 4th spot. Here's the press report and what they reckoning. They're saying, I fancy Bayern to win this one. I'm liking it. Having looked at the lineups, Bayern seems to have more about them than Wolfsburg, and I expect the quality to show through during the match. Wolfsburg task will not be made easy by the absence of Kostyantin Kukurenko. What a name. But the bookies have actually got Wolfsburg as favourites. This could go either way. hopefully it's another exciting live con for you guys. Right, this is it, man. This is it. I mean, I really want Champions League football again. I mean, we could fail here today and it could still go our way. We've still got another game to hopefully rectify that, and hopefully they beat. I don't know, anything can happen. They've got Europe on their mind, haven't they? So I'm going to be serious and I'm going to say, let's give the fans something to cheer about. Let's qualify for the Champions League with a win. I've got no greens, unfortunately. Hopefully that's not a bad thing. Let's get to it. In today's Bundesliga game, it's Wolfsburg versus FC Bayern Munich. Right, we kick off here at the Jekko Arena, I think it is. Come on, man, this is what it's all about. Right, here we go. Mask. He's just sat there. Passes it to Tok. Tok lays it off to Felgenhauer. He's trying to find Ben. Ben, first time shot. Well wide. Right, come on, I'm liking it. Another highlight. Can Ben get onto it? I don't think he can. Keeper's cleared it. It's a bit jittery again today. My laptop's been a bit funny recently. I'm looking at getting it boosted, but I don't think that'll be properly sorted till FM18. But here come Wolfsburg on the attack. Poop. But yeah, I am falling in love with German football, I can't lie. I'm definitely thinking about doing another series in Germany. I'm loving it, man. Absolutely loving the Bundesliga. Come on, here's Mask. He's got tackled. Right. What's he doing? He's fadging about, isn't he? But he's found Bergenhausen, I think it is, best player. Hop is his name. Shoots it. Free kick to Wolfsburg. Get it away. Get it away. As far as a Wolfsburg player, they're putting pressure on here now, aren't they? Good tackle, man. Wow. That was well close. Oh, was that not? I thought I'd gone wide. Right, here they come again. I'm not liking this. Too much Wolfsburg now. But they are at home. Offside. Have that. But I've just calmly encouraged them. Because this ain't been the best, but we're only attacking now. Abdullahi on the right. That's not, you're not going to score shooting like that. Right, corner ball. Abdullahi takes it, gets it in the box. Can we do anything with it? Get in! Get in! Goal for Bayern Munich, 1-0. Watch this here. He's headed onto him. Parisot can't miss that. Dunk. 1-0. Come on. Right, free kick to Wolfsburg. Can we get it away? This is doing my head in today, this computer. Well wide. We're winning 1-0. So the minute job's done. 45 minutes away here. Come on. I bet some of you want a double live com. Some people do. I just want to get this job done, man. I just want this job done. So I'm going to be assertive and say you've played well so far, but there's still room for improvement. Couple of greens. Everyone's listened keenly pretty much. The eye is starting to go. It is going. Right, Wolfsburg have kicked off the second half. Come on, get a second. I'll be happy. But yeah, apparently Sports Interactive have got the rights to German football, so soon, in the next few years, I think we'll get the actual rights. You won't need to download the name fix, which I don't mind doing, but it'd just be nice not to have to do it. Right, come on, free kick here to Wolfsburg. Don't let him back into it. He's brought it down. I thought he was going to cross it. That was a quality finish. Surprised me. Yeah, watch this. It came down to him. I thought he was just going to whip it across. 9 times out of 10 they would, but he shoots from there. Goalkeeper's fault. Great goal. Right, it's 1-0, man. 1-0 with half an hour goal. Can I see us score another? I can't. I'll be honest with you. I can't, but you know, if we draw, we're still 2 points ahead of him. We'll just need to beat Werder Bremen then, and we'll be okay. Or we could draw if Wolfsburg draw. It starts getting complicated, doesn't it? Boy, Felgenhauer, man. Right, so what we're in here, they've had 8 chances, we've had 5. We've had more of the ball, but we usually do these days with this tactic. You need to start using it and get a second goal. Right, I'm going to make 2 changes. There's half an hour to go. I'm going to bring Whitker on and Fertzel. Mainly just because they're not playing well, and I'm bringing off a yellow card as well just to try and save us a bit. I've still got 3 guys on yellows. Hopefully don't go down to 10 then, because then it's just be game over. Right, Wolfsburg here on us again. Come on, boys. Oh, lovely pass. That was pathetic. That was poor. Right, I've just passionately told the boys to push forward, but I think it's the Wolfsburg lads who heard me. Get it away. Oh, they're putting the pressure on us again, aren't they? Foul, Essenboa in the box. That's going to be a Penga, isn't it? It's a freaking penalty. Alberto to take it. Oh, what happened then? Let's watch a replay here. That goes in. It hits the side netting, goes over the line, bounces out. How we got away with that penalty? It goes over the line, hits the side netting, it goes in, bounces across the line and bounces out to the keeper. And we're done here, but here's Fertzel now. He's good to Abdullahi. He scores! An absolute worldie. Watch this now, Abdullahi. I wasn't even expecting this. Look at that. Get in. Yeah, man, this game's just blue. 1 minute we're getting a penalty. it's going in, we've got away with it, then we're going down the pitch, and that's not going to work. Right, I've switched to the wall. I've never done it in this series. If you've only ever watched this series, you won't know what it is. Right, here they come. Can they break the wall down? The wall's my super defensive tactic. I don't know if they can. No one ever has. I've never conceded with the wall. Never. What am I doing here? Good save. Right, we're just inviting the pressure. But usually people can only shoot from distance, and he's doing that again. Come on. Right, it is super defensive. It is. It's boring, you could say that. But look, no one gets anywhere near us. And there you go, full time. I'm absolutely buzzing. 2-1. We're lucky. I'm not going to lie, because that penalty went in. That is a fault on the game. Where's the goal line technology? Surely the game knows if this freaking ball's going over the line. Surely its programming knows. I mean, I'll play it right now again, right? It goes over, it hits the side netting, which means it's had to go past the post. It bounces behind the line, comes back to the goalkeeper, and it's classed as a save, classed as a missed penalty. So, and then we go straight to the other end, and I'm chatting, and we score that goal. I got an absolute worldie in the top corner. Happy days. Champions League football, here we come. Wolfsburg, you're going to have to win the Europa League. They can get me that way. They might be 5 teams in Champions League next year, which would be good for German football. Anyway, I'm going to be passionate and say, well done, lads. Your performance has secured our qualification into the Champions League. Get in. Here's our confirmation on that. Bayern Munich qualifying for the Champions League. We qualify for the 2038 Champions League, securing a top 4 finish. 2 top 4 finishes. I'm so happy with that. Here is the Bundesliga, and we are guaranteed 4th. There's no way we could get 3rd. I think goal difference, it'd be something crazy. We'd have to win by, and Schalke would have to lose by. But I'm happy. We've got 4th. We have to qualify for it, but we're in there. We're in there, man. So yeah, next up is Werder Bremen. We've won 4 of the last 5 home league games. Werder Bremen have lost 3 of their last 5 away games, and they're going down, but maybe they'll give us something today. We've got now to play for now. There's 0 to play for in this game, so I'm not going to live comment. I'm just going to get straight to it, and I'll be back when I've finished. And here I am. I've just finished. It was a decent game, 2-2. Rene Ben scored both goals. Like I said, I don't think we really had to play for. We didn't really have that. I don't know, I felt something was missing, and they really went for it. And before we look at the league table, it's just confirmation that Dortmund have won the league. So out of all the trophies they're going for this year, they've got the first one, the big one. Here is the final Bundesliga, and Werder Bremen, that point saved them. Happy days. They've ended up 14th. Bochum are down there, they're going to be in a relegation playoff, I think. Dortmund won the league, Schalke came 2nd, Leipzig, last year's winners, 3rd, and then we're 4th. This has got to help my rankings. We'll have a look at that at the start of next season, see if we've got back into the top 6. Right, again, this is something, if I went through bit by bit, I find it a bit boring. Something you can pause on if you want, but while I'm chatting at the minute, in the background it'll be changing between my goal scorers, organising goal scorers, organising my assists, and then I'll finish off and I'll have it arranged by average rating. I am missing buying players, I'm not going to lie. I really miss buying a big star or something, but it's fun to develop them, and we've got some really good kids who are, well, they're still in Europe, so fingers crossed for them. Not only that, they're into the freaking final. They beat Arsenal 1-0 at the Centre Sportif de Colonvay, wherever the heck that is. We're under 19s. Are in the final. Now what I have done, because our season's finished, I've got quite a few of them, big players who are in my squad. I've put them down into the under 19 so they can play for them, and I think they're alright, they can actually play, which is amazing, and they're going to be playing Wolfsburg. Wolfsburg are everywhere, so yeah, they've got a good young side, and it's all German final, which again, it just shows you how good the German football is. So proud of him, man. It was quality, absolutely buzzing. It was 1-1. Lazaridis scored. I did mention him earlier. Well done, kid. He's a top striker though. He's going to play a lot more next year for me. He scored in the 25th minute, but Marcel Butt, Nicky Butt's cousin, he'd scored already. He's put Wolfsburg up 1-0. Finished 1-1, went to penalties, and they won. Okay, not too long ago, we developed the training in the youth, and then we went back to the board. Youth was maxed out. Developed the training again, and then they're developing it again. I didn't ask for this time. They've done it off their own back. And they're going to spend 4.6 million on it. So again, brilliant. This is all I've got. I need good staff, I need great facilities, because I need to develop these players as much as I can. End of season awards. I'm sat here with lads, it's party time, everyone's buzzing. The youngsters have all got their medals over there. The first team are buzzing about the Champions League. I've got Mr. Detloff sat with me, the chairman. His wife's over there, she keeps tickling me under the table with her foot. She's dirty, she's got issues. But it's the end of season awards, and you can see there's a team of the season. It's a very good team. Caligaregas didn't play too much towards the end of the year. He picked up a knock. Fans player of the season, Rene Ben. Goal of the season, Rene Ben. Young player of the season, Rene Ben. Here's the Pokal final as well. Dortmund have won it. They beat Leverkusen 3-1, so that's 2 trophies they've won this year. Champions League, Paris Saint-Germain won it, just in case you're interested. Poor old Wolfsburg finished 5th. And the under-19s got beaten in the final of the Youth Europa League, or whatever it's called. And their first team just lost the Europa League final against Dortmund, who now have a treble. One thing that's not quality is the manager awards, manager of the year, and also players manager of the year. I've come second to the bloody Dortmund manager, but I can't help that. He's won 3 trophies, I haven't won any. More awards, and we've got the team of the year, which looks pretty similar to the players team of the year, but both of them feature 2 of our players, and probably 2 of my best players, 2 players I love, Felgen Hauer and Rene Ben. Now the chairman, all this money we've made, has decided to give himself a little payday and pay all his little director buddies. The chairman of Adidas, Allianz, who else is there? Mercedes, whoever else there is. There's loads of them, isn't there? And he's paying them out £38.5 million. And one worry of last season was our financial fair play, because I spunked loads of money on contracts. And this year the money's been a lot better, and we have absolutely pissed the financial fair play, so there's nothing to worry about. We are laughing. But even though we make all this money, the directors took some. The taxman also wants his share, and we're paying 26 million to the taxman, so that's another chunk of money running out the door. But like I said, what else are we doing with it? We sat on a fortune, and I can't spend a penny. And we'll finish off with the last bit of news in this episode, and it is our commercial summary at the end of the year. We made loads of money in sponsorship. Broadcast revenues aren't that great, are they? Corporate's decent. We've made loads of competition prize money. Matchday commercial and retail's been good as well. And shirts, Rene Ben, man. It's got to be Rene. Bukowski number 2. That surprises me. I thought it might be Felgenhauer. Abdullahi's gone on to number 3. And Tok has made the list. He had a good season, Tok, didn't he? I think he really worked hard this year. Really chuffed with him. Right, there you go. That is the end of episode 16 and the end of season 2. I can't believe we're here already. I know I don't make a lot of these. I've been really busy recently. Been on jury duty, and I've been doing a bit of work as well. I'm my baby boy. I've been, it's not as easy to pump these out, but I will try and get a few more out. And I can't wait. Season 3 is going to be starting. We'll have a Champions League qualifier. I'll probably start with that, with double live conference Champions League qualifiers. So hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. Hopefully you've enjoyed the season. Hopefully you enjoyed the entire series so far. If you have, please hit the like button. Help me out, man. Also, don't ever miss an episode. If you press a little bell next to my name, you'll be alerted when an episode comes out, and you'll never miss one. You don't want to miss one, do you? If you're new to my channel, feel free to subscribe. Hopefully you'll join me for season 3. Good times are coming, man, and I appreciate all of you for supporting me. So yeah, take care, stay safe. Auf Wiedersehen.